Hello, everybody, and welcome back for a Tuesday edition of Lunch Break Live with me, Ivana. And today I am in Calera. Now, Calera has got a new Main Street area, and this Main Street area has all kinds of businesses, from a coffee shop to a gym, an automotive service, all kinds of different things. And they are just kind of starting to get this area revamped. It's a historical area. And again, they got a lot of different businesses here that are open now after the restrictions from the state were lifted on Monday. So these businesses are open for business, but I wanted to show y'all how they are taking precautions and how they are letting people know that it is safe for you to come out and shop in downtown Calera. So we're out here. This is off of State Route 25, and it's about 30 minutes or so from downtown Birmingham if you're not familiar with the area. So what I'm going to do is there's a whole, you can probably see it behind me, there's a whole strip of businesses here. Like I said, there's a coffee shop, a gym, a pawn shop, an automotive shop, a drugstore. So I'm going to start up here at the coffee shop. We're going to work our way down, and the people that own these businesses are going to tell us what they're doing to stay safe in COVID. I've got my mask on, obviously, to make sure that I am safe. I've got a pole here that I can use as my microphone to make sure that our guests are safe when they're talking to me. So bear with me if it's a little hard to hear somebody at first. You got to get used to these masks. But again, we're going to walk down this strip. I'll show you what all these business owners are doing, and we'll get started. So first of all, I'm going to walk over here. We're going to start at a coffee shop, which is in the beginning of this strip. It's called Adventurers Coffee Co. And I'll flip you around so you can see. It's Adventurers Coffee Co. Ooh, my eyes are watering. You can see on the door here, they've got a sign that says shop safely during COVID. And it just says, please wear a mask, shop when it's less crowded, stay 6 feet. If you watched yesterday when I went to downtown Homewood, they had extremely similar signs on their doors. So that's interesting. Calera, like I said, it's about 40 minutes away from downtown Birmingham, and signs are the same. So that's pretty funny. So we're going to step in here. You can see we got a couple of people. Hello, this is Jackie, and she works with Calera's Main Street, and she is here to tell us a little bit, again, about what some of these businesses are doing. She's going to be showing us around today, and she's going to help show us what people are doing to stay safe, and if people are wondering if it's safe to get out, she is our go-to. So thank you so much, Jackie. Again, I've got my poll here so we can talk.
Awesome. And I'm going to put my mask on.
Awesome.
So thanks for coming out to Calera. We're so excited to have you. We're excited to be open.
Right.
We've got a lot of places. We just want to have a chance to let the public see before they might be comfortable venturing out on their own. We want them to see the precautions being taken and who is open and what's going on. So thanks for being here.
Awesome. Well, let's see. So this is Adventurers Coffee Company.
Sure is. We got Taylor behind you. Look, he's already wiping down.
Mm-hmm. He's got his mask on.
That's right. That's right. And you'll notice they've got all of the 6 foot distances marked off, and they've got a good distance for their counter. They are still able to do curbside if you're more comfortable with that. And something that's really great too that a lot of people don't know about is we've got parking in the back now. The biggest complaint, because we all know we've got a lot of truck traffic in Calera, is that they think that, I don't want to be downtown because of the traffic. But we've got great parking out back that I'm more than happy to show you later too.
Right. So again, if you missed that, they are still doing curbside here if you are not comfortable with coming in to get your coffee. They have markers on the ground that are 6 feet apart. And
look, they do some online sales as well.
So okay, you can also buy online. Awesome. So they've got several different options for you if you don't feel comfortable going out. If you do feel comfortable, we've got our workers here in masks cleaning, and again, 6 foot lines on the floor to keep everybody apart. So awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Well, let's see what is next door.
Okay, next door we have a brand new store. They have only been open this month. So ribbon cutting is coming. That's a big announcement soon, but ROE stands for Rules of Entertainment. Okay. It's a hobby store, and let's walk through. They're not open at the moment, but we can see their store and see kind of what's
So this is a store that is not opened yet. Jackie, tell me, how hard is it for this store to prepare to open during coronavirus?
Oh, I think it's been really tough for them, but man, they have the heart and the energy and the love for Calera, and they are a family. This is an existing store that has just moved locations.
Okay.
They were already in Calera, but they wanted to be part of Main Street, and so their family, their patrons, came together and helped them build out and paint and make it beautiful and get ready in spite of all this. So they're an example of using this downtime very productively.
Well,
so Ty is here too. Ty, you want to say hi? Oh, okay, she's on a call. She's busy. Like I said, they're not open at the moment. They have later hours,
okay,
because it's a gaming store, tabletop gaming. Like, have you heard of Dungeons and Dragons and World of Warcraft and many other kind of games that I'm sorry, I'm not terribly fluent in.
Right.
But people can come and play here, and you can buy all the supplies. You can paint your minis and all kind of stuff. And
let me ask you, Jackie, how they're not open yet? This ribbon cutting you said is coming
no,
soon.
They are open. They're not open today.
Oh, they're not open today. Okay, got it.
Yes,
it.
They
So
have later hours than average.
So what are they doing? I know that you've got a desk here and you've got kind of a bar set up.
Well, this is going to be a bar.
Okay.
It's not fully functional yet. They are able to sell Cokes, but they will eventually be able to sell other items as well. And so what they're doing is they're kind of limiting their occupancy.
Okay.
So they're keeping some distance between everybody. You don't necessarily see it demarked on the ground, but they are very cognizant of that, and all of their regulars know that, and they're being very respectful of one another.
Got it. Are any of these businesses requiring masks?
No, I really don't think you can require it. I think that we are all doing our part to make everyone feel comfortable, and I believe that almost all of the merchants are wearing them because it's very important that everybody feel safe, and we're doing our part in all of those ways that we can.
Got it. Well, there's a gym next door. Let's check that out.
Okay.
So if you're just tuning in, we are in downtown Calera, where we are seeing thank you so much. We're seeing Main Street, all these businesses here. This is kind of a newer area, so new in COVID, which is a rough time, I'm sure, for a lot of business owners, but they want to show everybody what they're doing to make people feel safe, for them to come out and show that downtown and Main Street Calera is open. So we're at the Garage Kickboxing. Let's see what they're doing in here. A lot of y'all have asked about gyms. So let's see what this gym is doing to be safe and sanitize. Let me flip you around. Having to juggle a lot of things. So here's the garage. We're going to check in here. Jackie's coming with us too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is the Calera location. They have another location in Alabaster. Hey, Nate, how you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Look, we caught him cleaning too.
You're cleaning. So you let me get closer to you so I can get my mic here for you. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulties. That's
okay.
fine. We'll give it just a second to get back. There we go. So tell me, what are you doing to keep your customers and your clients feeling safe?
So we're obviously doing social distancing, trying to keep everyone as far apart from each other as we can. With our stations, we're pretty much we have almost 6 feet. So depending on how many people we have, we're definitely doing the social distancing. We're cleaning our mats. We're wiping down our bags after each use. So we're just trying to stay as clean as possible.
Are you limiting the amount of people who can come in and work out?
Yes. Since we're such a new gym, it's really not a problem that we have right now. With gyms, people are kind of scared. So we haven't been too worried about limiting because we're just trying to get people in right now. So.
Right. And I guess, you have a pretty big space here, so
absolutely.
Have you been asking people to distance on the mats or anything?
Absolutely. With our bag stands here, we can, we don't have to put people right beside each other. And then, we have so much space that, we don't have to worry about people being on top of each other.
Have you called, or have you gotten calls from customers asking what y'all are doing?
I haven't personally. I work just here in the Calera location. Our one of the owners they work in the Alabaster location usually, so he's getting more of those phone calls than I am. So
right.
But I'm assuming he probably is getting a lot of those phone calls.
Right. Well, and have you seen anybody coming in worried about asking you about your cleaning processes, or any of your regulars? Are they questioning that?
Not really. I think everybody's just excited to get back to it, and then the people that are worried about it are probably, staying home trying to wait it out a little bit longer. So.
Right. Right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
All right.
We appreciate everything. And then again, this is the garage kickboxing. You can see they have, like we said, we walked in on him cleaning. He said they're cleaning the bags and the mats after each use. And that just makes sure that anybody who does come to work out can feel safe. So thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate it.
Thanks, Nate. Yeah, Ivana, they opened right before COVID and then had to take a pause.
Yeah,
they
we
just
were-
had to, and so we're still brand new. We're still getting them up and going. As a matter of fact, they're one of the ribbon cuttings that we're going to have on June the 6th. So we're really excited about that. So this is technically like a soft opening. It's perfect timing for them. They were able to finish out any kind of build out during this downtown, get downtime rather, and get prepared. And now they're ready. So we just need to kind of tiptoe in. And I can say I'm sore today because I worked out here yesterday, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And I felt very safe and very comfortable.
Is this ribbon cutting still going to go on as planned?
It is. So it's actually in lieu of a big celebration that we had planned. We were hoping to do a huge Easter celebration with a mass choir and multiple pastors and 1,000 people. I mean, it was going to be amazing. And then COVID happened. And so we don't know when we'll be able to gather in that kind of a quantity again. So what we're doing is little bitty festivals, little bitty things here and there. Ultimately, all I'm trying to do is create a reason for more community. We want people to be able to come downtown and enjoy downtown Calera. Because as you already mentioned, this is a historic downtown district. It's a brand new revitalization project for us. I mean, we're less than a year old and we're just getting started, but we're excited about that. So on the 6th, triple ribbon cutting. The garage, ROE Hobby that we just left, and we have a salon called Sun Aesthetics and Spa. And so we'll cut ribbons for all 3 of those. We're going to have cake and coffee samples. We're going to have bouncy houses for the kids, and we're going to figure out some very safe precautions for that as well. We're going to have food trucks, and at night we're even going to have a drive-in movie. So let's say people aren't comfortable yet, and that's still a month away. They may still not be comfortable getting out and mingling, so just come and stay in your car and watch a movie with your kids. Trying to have something for everybody and to really feed every level of anxiousness, if you will, because I know that this is a scary time for a lot of people.
So for this ribbon cutting, we have a couple people asking, how do you plan to keep it distance, keep people apart? I know there's not a limit anymore on gathering size. But I think that there is still encouragement to stay 6 feet apart. Right,
and we're going to have a lot of volunteers here kind of keeping an eye on things. We're going to encourage that. We're going to just very politely suggest, hey, let's kind of back up. Obviously, for a photo op, for a ribbon cutting, there are going to be some that are kind of close, so we'll just space it out. We'll be creative.
Okay.
But we are going to do our very best to keep everyone healthy.
Awesome. Well, that'll be very interesting to see. I know people will be interested to see how you ribbon cut in the time of COVID.
You know what? We make it up as we go along, and we're just going to do our very best.
Right.
But we're excited, and we can't minimize and we can't limit this economic vitality. We are so excited that these small businesses are open. Mm-hmm. We want to encourage everything that we can for them while taking every precaution necessary.
Awesome.
How's that?
Awesome.
So,
thank you so much.
you want to go across the street?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to check out one more business across the street. This is Calera Auto Sales.
Yes, and it looks like a good break in traffic.
All right, so we're going to check out another store here. Again, a couple of you are asking about masks. They're not requiring masks in these stores. The city of Calera does not have any ordinance or anything like that requiring masks. I've obviously got on one. Jackie has on one. And some of our merchants in the stores are wearing them when they're near their customers. But just to address that, like I said, I've got one. She's got one. I've got a pole microphone situation going. So we're going to check out this other business, and we're going to see what they're doing. So
I see Branson across the way. Let's just stay in the lot since we're out in the fresh air.
Sure. So
Branson is our sales manager here at Calera Auto Sales, and they've taken this time to do a lot of renovations. This is all new blacktop. They've cleaned every car here. They've worked on their fencing. They've repainted. They are building a new awning. You know, our stores are doing everything they can to make the most of every minute. So I want to introduce you to Branson. Hey, you're awesome. That's okay. We'll keep our distance.
Yes.
How about that? So,
hey, what's your name?
Branson.
Branson, what do you do?
I am the sales manager here at Calera Auto Sales.
So are people buying cars in COVID?
Oh yeah, I'm almost sold out. I need some more.
You
Bring
need
some
some more?
trade-ins. I
That's
need
awesome.
some trade-ins. I got great deals
Interesting.
going on.
What are you doing when people want to test drive cars and things like that? Are you letting them?
Yeah, just letting them drive it, and then I disinfect it after they get out. You know, if they decide to buy it. So
Right.
bunch of stuff.
Right. Have people felt comfortable doing that?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I've had a few people that's taken some extra precautions for sure.
Right. But if you said you're I know we had a truck roll by. So you're disinfecting after people
Yes.
test drive or look in a car.
We're loaded up with Lysol, just spraying everything.
Right.
Even after a customer walks in the office, my duty now as sales manager is to disinfect.
Really. You running out of Lysol?
No, not yet, not yet. We just keep mixing it up and everything. I mean, it smells like a hospital inside.
Yeah. When did you have to close at all?
Did I have to close? No, man.
You didn't. Okay, so you were essential.
Somehow.
Somehow. Got it. Got it. Were people buying cars even before things started opening on May the 1st?
Oh, yeah. February was busy. March was busy. April was really, really busy, actually. I'm selling more cars than I can replace right now, so.
So you're busier than you were maybe before all this happened?
It's been consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of swing in our business.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
we
yes, ma'am.
appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your help. But so if you couldn't hear, we had a truck roll by at one point, of course, and Nate here was telling us at Central Calera Auto Sales that there is they have been selling cars. There has not been a lull in selling cars, and I asked about the different things they were doing to social distance, to disinfect, things like that. And he said that they are allowing people to test drive their cars, but he is disinfecting them after they come back from the test drives, after people look in them. He's disinfecting, and also they're disinfecting the office. So that's what he's doing. He was not wearing a mask. Again, it's not required here. So we have definitely seen some customers that are not wearing masks as well. So we're going to check out a pawn shop, see if they've been busy. And retail just opened about a week ago on May 1st. So we'll see if he's done any business. Interesting to note the car dealership said that they have not lost business. So let's see about the pawn shop. Hi, how are you?
Good morning. How y'all doing? What is that? Okay.
So this is a pawn shop here in Main Street, and as you can see, it looks like that they've got masks on at the desk here, and we can see a gentleman cleaning. So tell us, Jackie, what they're doing here to disinfect, social distance, etc.
Well, I know that they are being really, really super cautious about cleanliness, and they're wiping everything down. And they were taking appointments, like jewelry sales, that's by appointment only. So you don't have a lot of people bending over a case looking at the same thing. And they are limiting their occupancy. So, Terry, how many people maximum would you allow in here at a time?
At the most, we 10,
Great.
and that goes between the payday loan store and the pawn shop here.
Okay, so 10 max.
Once we hit 10, then we'll kind of. And the only time we've run into that is when a family will come in. It's generally, mom, dad will come in with the kids because the kids like looking at movies. Probably the most time-consuming thing that we're having to do is somebody comes in to look at movies. We've got to wipe every movie down.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that way, as far as hand transfer, of course, after anybody comes in and pawns something, we have to do the hand sanitizer and that kind of thing. Some people get bent out of shape because we're not wearing masks in here. Well, we're around this store. It's difficult to communicate with somebody when you're trying to negotiate something and them understand what you're saying. We have a lot of Hispanic customers coming here. So I guess it's just part of the trade. We try to stay in excess of 6 feet away from people. And so I think we're doing the best we can. But we did the face mask for a couple of days, and it was like we were talking to a wall. So in any case, those are some of the things that we're doing. Of course, we're wiping down movies. We keep the counters wiped off when people come in and that kind of thing. And for the most part, we've been very blessed.
Great.
For all this time, I know 0 people that have been infected with this, including the customers that I've dealt with.
Have you had any issues with customers being afraid to come shop?
Not that I know of. I've had we're constantly fielding phone calls of customers calling, hey, are you open? And now we were not required, nor did we reduce our hours, even from the very beginning of this. We've been available for our customers because a lot of people run into a little trouble. They need just a few dollars. you know, because they're not working and that type thing. So we have maintained the hours. We've done a couple of other things that I don't know if every pawn shop's doing it, but we started doing it immediately. Is when you pawn something, you're not selling it. You're actually just borrowing money against it. Well, if for some, and the loan occurs for 30 days, okay? Between 0 and 30 days, you can come back and pick your item up for the amount that you borrowed on it, plus the interest. Well, people are unable to do that. So what we have done, they can come in and just pay the interest on it and hold it over for another 30 days, which is, you know, some people think that's a bad thing. Actually, it works out quite well for people. We reduce the interest on all of our renewals. We call those renewals. We reduced it by 50%. So that customers, instead of losing the items that they cherish, they can actually hang on to it for half of what it used to cost. You know, it's taken a huge hit on us. As far as this small store here, we've probably discounted our interest to the tunes of, you know, several $1,000s a month.
How's your business been customer-wise?
Customer-wise, it's been quite good. It's quite good. Us being a pawn shop and a firearms store, I'm sure you've heard this. The listeners out there and watchers and stuff have heard the amount of firearm business that's being done, and ours has been quite impressive. Probably at least as impressive as, you know, the last peak that we had. But yes, that's been good. The loan business has been pretty good. A lot of people, most people coming in, you know, it's easy to start talking about the coronavirus.
Right. So what are you selling more of right now? Are you selling more of your firearms versus your other things? Or?
Well, we stopped selling jewelry
Okay.
for about a month. We didn't even display the jewelry for a month because that was too close of an interaction, and plus people really shouldn't, I don't know. It was a judgment call by the ownership here, you know. So we didn't do any jewelry displaying, and we didn't do any jewelry. If somebody really wanted to see something, we would pull out a tray from the back safe and let them take a look at it. With the discount, or with the jewelry being discontinued, it's going to go to firearms because those are your two, you know, the number one and number two items that you typically sell in a pawn shop is jewelry number one and firearms number two. Well, for the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, it's been firearms, zero jewelry, lots of movies. If you notice, we've got a game display over here.
Yeah.
You see all those games, the PlayStations and all that kind of stuff? Those have been blowing off the shelf.
Really?
Well, people are sitting at home.
So guns, movies, games are your top sellers.
I would say guns, movies, games, and music equipment.
Okay.
Guitars, people sitting at home. If they don't know how to play, they may have known how to play years ago, so let's sit at home and be creative. You know,
Awesome.
I forget which politician it was that said, wouldn't the world be so wonderful if we could just sit at home and be creative, you know?
Love it.
Instead of working in a factory, I'm going to learn to paint. Well, you've had a great opportunity to do that over the last month.
Isn't that the truth? Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate
Well,
it.
we appreciate you guys coming by. We're really excited about what's happening here in Calera. You know, we've got the coffee shop down the road that usually I drink 1 cup of coffee a day. Well, I've kind of increased that.
Right.
So, but yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on here in Calera, and we're real proud of what's going on. I've been involved with this pawn shop since I guess about 2010. And it's, you know, we've always thought that Calera at some point will become a destination instead of just a little pass-through town. You know, you've got enough stuff here. You've got the railroad. You've got, you know, little parks here and there. You're a direct route to Montevallo. You know, very easy to get to Montevallo. And we just knew at some point that this is going to be the place where people are going to want to come and open little shops. I grew up near Stone Mountain, Georgia, if you're familiar with that. Well, Stone Mountain as a child, I mean, I was a, you know, pre-teenager in the 60s, in the 70s, and Stone Mountain was just a dead little place. Well, about the mid-70s to the 80s, you know, somehow it started becoming a little destination, little jewelry shops, people making jewelry. As a matter of fact, my wife, when she was 18 years old, made jewelry in a little jewelry store in Stone Mountain, Georgia. So it's easy for me to see what's happening to this town. And I think it's just a wonderful thing. It's kind of an evolution of sorts of a lot of little sleepy towns that are out there that people just got used to not going to. Well, you know, now's a good time. And I think Calera, the downtown Calera thing, is really doing some fantastic things. Opening up, you know, cutting this road out and putting a bypass in, you know, just a couple of blocks over It's going to turn this into just a fantastic
Right.
little place to come and hang out.
And you're open for business right now.
We are open for business 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock Monday through Friday, and on Saturday we open at 9 o'clock and we're open till 4.
Got it.
So we're here, we got money, we got fun stuff to do. I mean, really, there's nothing in here you need, but there's a lot of stuff you want.
And it's the truth. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for coming by. Really, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you, Jackie. Y'all
I
have a great day.
appreciate you.
That was an interesting experience. We are here. What is the name of this pawn shop, Jackie?
This is Advanced Pawn Shop.
Advanced Pawn
Check
Shop.
Loans.
Okay, got it. So they've got both here. Well, I'm having some.
Yeah, and we're here on
Sorry,
Highway
guys.
25.
So we're here on Highway 25. We just left the Advanced Pawn Shop and Advanced Check Loan store. It was an interesting interview. If you want to rewind when I'm done with this and watch it, he was saying that they've sold a lot of games, guns, and movies and musical equipment. So that is interesting. So thank y'all. You know, we're having a little bit of issues here with this little stabilizer that I've got. So I will wrap up here. I just wanted to tell y'all thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will get them answered for you. And for everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you so much.